Hi guys, welcome back to Exposed, and if I'm welcoming you back and you like it here, I'd love it if you stayed and subbed. Thought I'd show you these two photos quickly. Lisa on her way to spend more money at Nordstrom, and to me, I looked at that and I was like, why has she got a witch's hat on? And I looked on the iPad because it's smaller, because that light there, anywho. And then, what do we keep saying? She's ignoring Will. Has she got a son? Ta-da! My baby. He looks like he wants to punch her, God bless him. He really looks like that's the last place he wants to be. He's stuck on a plane next to his mother. Anywho, I'm going to do a quick comments video before I get going on my book. I just looked at this one. I could have sworn I've read this already, Wendy, but I mustn't have if it's there. Or it's been posted twice. Well, I'm reading it anyway. Jules, please don't despair about feline issues. The great God of all cats has the perfect fur ball in the works for you. You must believe. When I rented at the Shore years ago, the house manager had a huge Morris-type Maine Coon cat left there that she fed. She didn't like it, and he knew. When I started interacting with him, he was like a well-trained canine. He'd obey, go downstairs now, come on, time to go, let's go. When I had to leave for the bus to work, brushings, etc., the woman complained that he sat in the foyer all day on the radiator waiting for me to come back through the door. Amazing. The house manager was so jealous. Serves her right. I miss that cat to this very day. God bless. Thank you. They get under your skin, cats, don't they? Do you know what I mean? James, her schemes will be exposed to everyone soon. Like what you did there. Linda, this woman is ill, very ill. Lisa, no one who is sane can continue to view her without feeling like they're going to end up in a mental hospital. It frightens the hell out of me to realise sick people such as her are out and about in the public. She's not the only one I've ever been aware of, and thankfully she lives in another state. One less crazy to watch over my shoulder. That's the thing. People are normalising. I haven't had a coffee yet. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. They're normalising overspending, and I mean, I could say the same thing. I've got more makeup than I'm ever going to use. Madam's not interested in it, so it's all going to go in a bin one day. But at the moment, Jed says he gets stuff for me and tells me to get stuff because it makes me smile, and because I'm stuck in a bedroom, and what else have I got? But I remember when I was going around, I just had a little cosmetics bag. And at 19, this is a story I've told before. At 19, she became my friend. She was a friend of my mum's, but I moved very close to her, and we used to go out every weekend. Anyway, for my 19th, she bought me, among other things, an eyeshadow palette. I'd never had an eyeshadow palette before. I'd had bits and bobs from Avon, but never a proper palette. And I loved the purple eyeshadow in it, and it was basically the only one I ever used. And I was still using it when I was 29 at Butlins, and it's like, that's gross, isn't it, when you think about it? But that's why I was like, I got stuff and I used it until I finished it, and I had a tiny little cosmetics bag. Now I've got more eyeshadow than there are eyes where I live, but people have made that normal now. I'm sure it's going to flip the other way. It's starting to flip the other way, isn't it? Where people there's lots more panning accounts now than there used to be, and stuff like that. So Lisa's going to look really daft in a few years, but she's riding the high while she's getting away with it, isn't she? So, Sinster, oh boy, I wonder if she'll talk about bringing home another bimbo for John. Maybe a brunette. What, instead of the t-shirt? Bonnie, I can't believe I didn't remember that sentence was from Greece. I know sometimes they just go over your head and you're like, huh? We've been talking about Ghost this morning. Jed watched Ghost and was all snot and bubbles again. And he said he watched it before we met and he was fine. And I said, yeah, I know. When we first met, I think it was before we married, we moved into a double shed, as we called them, at Butlins. And someone had Ghost, and we had a video recorder, so they brought it round for us to watch. And I'd seen the film before, and I thought, what a cool film. But you know, it's really good comedy, because there's a lot of comedy in it. Anyway, it got to the end of it, I was a fucking wreck. Snot and bubbles, he was the same, and it's like, wow. Once you're really in love with someone, that film really gets you in the feels, and it's like, wow. And he said he just watched it again, and that made him cry. And he said there was, is there, I don't know if there is. He said he wasn't going to watch it while Madam was up. He has to watch what he watches downstairs, because her desk is downstairs in the sitting room, because her room's only the size of a fucking wardrobe, so she can't have anything in there. So she's downstairs. She's got her back to him. Like, she sat there with her back to him, and he sat here looking that way at his telly. But it's like, if there's anything slightly over 18, he can't watch it because of Kaylee being in the room, and she doesn't like anything like that. Plus, she's very into her Bible. I told you all, didn't I? She's counting hands in the Bible. We're still at it. I get an email every day, at least one, of the chapter she's run with a synopsis and how many hands were in it. But yeah, so he said there was something in it that he didn't want to watch while Madam was up, so he waited till she went to bed. And he said probably a good thing as well, as if she'd seen him crying, it would have really upset her. So, see, that's the thing. People never think, when you say, you know, you've got autistic children, they don't think about the things you have to do day in, day out. And it becomes second nature, so that your kids don't get upset or don't have a meltdown or whatever. And other people are like, oh, you haven't been to the cinema. No, we don't go to the cinema. Fucking hell, Kaylee can't stand half the sounds in the house, never mind a film at the cinema. It's like, anyway, I'm off on one, aren't I? Shut up. You can't believe it's from Greece. See? All it took was that sentence and I was off. I've watched that movie so many times. Me too. Wait, I thought she loved philosophy perfume. Oh, that's right. Money. Isn't it always the way? Whatever pays the bills. Jar Jar. Not that she pays the bills. A beach scent that Lisa is referencing is more likely Red Tide, not suntan lotion. I don't know what Red Tide is, but I will agree with you. Oh my God, Red Tide stench is the worst. You've got to be right. Is that a washing powder? No, Tide used to be a washing powder. Elizabeth, love it here. So do I, Elizabeth. Jar Jar, I agree with James. I would love to watch you watch QVC. You just watch my dumb face going, oh, that's cute. Oh, what do they do with that? Oh, she's flipping through a book at the moment of papers to use in things, and it's like, Jed and I have often said, if we had the room, if we'd get fucking caught with crafting. But it's like, you can't just say, oh, I'm going to do that, because it's like, oh, you need the thing to cut it, you need the thing to store it in, you need the bag to post it in, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's woo. If you start with a craft thing, that's why everyone who crafts has a craft room, because you can't not have a room. You need a room for all the shit you need to do all the different crafts. That's pretty. But I would quite happily sit here and watch QVC or the Craft Channel all day and film it. Looking stupid. Might I look stupid anyway, don't I? So, this is a long one. Did it start with you, Carmen? Thank you, Jules, for uploading. New subscriber here. Yay! I hope you stay. I hope you love it here, Carmen. And I hope you make a lot of friends with the ladies and gents here. They're very nice. I've been getting a good laugh out of your content on this woman. Cool. I'm still looking into her and who she is. So glad I came across your videos and channel. Funny thing is, she looks like this girl at my job, and they're both very much alike. Habitual liars and storytellers. The resemblance is uncanny. Thanks again. Be well. You too, honey. Be careful. If she's a narc, she'll try and fucking reel you in with her stories of woe and what have you. This is Laurie Beth Langer. LaurieBeth428 or LL42863 at yahoo.com. She started back in the day doing makeup videos and then thought she was going to be part of the beauty community. She's a raging narcissist. She's a horrible woman, and she eventually got kicked off. Whether she went or YouTube kicked her, we don't know. She was gone for a year Then she came back, then she deleted all her videos, and she's just got one video up on her channel, I'm assuming just to keep it open. And all anyone's seen of her recently is putting horrible messages on other people's videos. So that's basically it in 60 seconds. Bonnie, welcome. This is a great channel to subscribe to. Jules is fantastic and everyone here is friendly. Thank you, Bonnie, for the welcome. God, couldn't think of the word then. Melody, hi Jules. It was Lardy's first fillet of fish that day. I know. Do you believe that? I don't believe that at all. How can you be an American and not have a fillet of fish? Really? Bonnie, lol. I know. It's like, really? Not another lardy. One is enough. Tell me about it. Jeremy Fragrance is German, not French. I know. And this was when she was bang on trying to get in his trousers. Then when he didn't like her, she fucking flipped and I don't like him, he's this, he's that, blah, blah, blah. So sad to watch, it really is. Christine, I've never heard of this person. Who is she? What is her channel name, please? Thank you, you lovely ladies. I've just said who she is. I will give you a link to her channel, even though there is bugger all on there. Just her one ASMR. Ah! I hate her ASMR, I really do. Have I got the fan on? That's a bit quieter, isn't it? I wonder if new people that are leaving comments know that I do these videos and answer them there, because they'll be thinking I'm really rude. That I'm just clicking a like and a heart and I'm not answering. Cynthia, certifications are an industry. They are sold by anybody anywhere. Each state has its own requirements for licensure. Don't ever let the two be confused. Certification entities are only too happy to make money. Always follow the money. Marketers have done a snow job trying to make people think they're getting value from a certified anything. Please, please, please be aware. That's the thing, isn't it? She couldn't just have life coach. Sorry. And get the people she wants to get, but certified life coach. It'll bring in more. I see what you're saying, Cynthia. Ah, perfect. Oh, I so love these comment videos. Thank you, Jules. Yeah, everyone seems to like them and I like doing them. It's so much easier because, like I've said, I used to type really quick replies so I'd get through them all, and it's like sometimes they sound rude, or it sounds like I'm not actually getting what you're saying, or if I'm laughing people don't know why I'm laughing, and so it's so much better this way. People know exactly what I mean. Matt, wow, Lardash, you were extra annoying here, wasn't she? It's that dancing at the beginning that got me with her chips. It's like, oh, shut up, you and your fucking circus peanuts. Cynthia, how the F do you get to the airport with 2-hour check-ins, then fly to New York and get an Uber to an event, and then do the same to get home in one day? I hadn't thought about that, check-in times and all the rest of it. So you have to count, what, at least 6 hours off of the day for the travelling there and back. She hasn't thought it through, has she? Then do the same to come home in one day. And flights are always on time. Yes, exactly. Give me a break. Is the event 20 minutes or is she only staying for 15? We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Thing is, I can't imagine going to New York for one day. Really? There's so much to do there. Mind you, there's so much to do everywhere. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I born and raised in London, and I didn't do half of the touristy things that tourists come and do. And it's only now I've moved away, I'm like, God, I never went there and I didn't do this and diddle-a-da. So when we went to visit my mum back when, I think Travis was about 4, and he's 28 now, we went and did the London Eye. That's a story. Have you got time? Get your coffee, pull up a chair. I've probably told this story before, but this is what narcs are like, just so you know, right? My mother rang every day, and she'd have me on the phone for an hour, telling me stuff I didn't need to know, keeping me from doing things I was supposed to be doing. And she'd talk to tech help every day on the phone. So we said we're going to come to London for a visit. So that started it off. Oh, we can go big wheeling. Travis, do you want to go big wheeling? Go on the big wheel with Granny. Every day. Every single fucking day. Day in, day out was all she ever said to him. Then when we got there, on the day we were going to go on the big fucking wheel, she was like, oh, I don't fancy it. I'm not up to queuing all day. Yet she went with the woman who bought me the eyeshadow, funnily enough, went with her and her son and queued up for 3 hours to go on it with her son, but couldn't be bothered a hole after winding him up for months to go on it with her grandson. I'm glad she didn't come in the end, because we had a wonderful time, and Travis took some amazing pictures of me and Jed. But yeah, that's what narcs are like. Promise you the moon and then deliver fuck all. Bonnie, there's no doubt in my mind that people are watching your videos for Lisa. I don't think she could handle the criticism. Someone needs to filter all the mean comments for her. Run for your lives. What the fuck does sexy and beachy mean? Who knows? When I think of the beach, I think of sand and the smell of fish. Carolyn, hey Jules, happy Sunday to you. As always, Jules, you just make my day with your comments regarding this woman. Thank you. Hope you had a lovely Sunday too, Carolyn. Patricia, happy Sunday, Jules. I loved getting a fillet of fish with large fries too. You and Claire would have got on very well. Why are you making noise? Why are you making noise? You've only just been switched on. You cannot be hot already. And you're up in the air. Sorry, guys. Looks like I'm going to put the fan back on. Maddie, it's from Greece. Yes, it is. The quote about rats. Certainly is. Hi, Jules. Loving the videos. Hugs and love as always from Northern Ireland. Love and hugs to you too. You should meet up with Jane. I wonder how far apart you and Jane are. That would be cool. You could make a friend that knows what you're talking about. So you don't have people looking at you weird when you go, oh, watch Lardy or Lisa's video, and they're like, huh? Thankfully, my family know exactly what I'm talking about. Even Madam, she's like, oh, it's Lardy on. It's funny. That was a thing. Let me see if I can find a picture of him. I told this story ages ago. What's he called? Right, I bought this thing for Madam when she was Diddy off of Ideal World, and because it told stories, and I thought she'd like it, but it terrified the ever-loving shit out of her, so she didn't want to see it. And then as she got older, she wanted it again, and it's like, yeah, she always wants something from the 1930s or something. You know, Mummy, I want this for Christmas. Oh great, you know, and I have to go and find something from the moon. But I eventually got her another one, and I'd sent Jed a picture of Lardy with a message on Messenger, and he was reading it, and she went, oh, what's that? And he scrolled the picture up of Lardy, and she went, oh, I thought it was Yano. It's too funny. When you see Yano, you'll understand. I can't, there's no pictures of him. There we go, that's Yano. So she saw the hair. Like, if you see, he's got like blonde, like that one. All she saw was the wrinkles and the bit of hair, and Jed scrolled it up and it was Lardy, and she was like, oh, I thought it was yellow. Ah, that makes me giggle every time I think of it. Right, where are we? There. I don't even know why I started telling that story. Lisa or Lardy? Lisa claims she shaves daily her lady garden. John likes it that way. Ooh, when did she say that? Gross mare. More like dry, rancid weed garden. Did she really admit to that? She must have done. Ew. Really, Lisa? See, that's another thing with narcs. They've got no barrier, no border, no, what's the word? They'll cross any line when it comes to sex and talking about it. They don't care. If you watch Lardy enough, you'll see. Yes, Jules, we're all bored and rigid. Only for you making it fun. I'd, for one, would be long gone. Hugs. Doesn't she put you to sleep, though? Wendy, loved it. And to add, whoever spends $25 to listen to the life coaching of that easily cooked out Lisa deserves to lose their money, because they're kook burgers, just like she is. Kook Burger is the name of a fast food place around the corner in Philadelphia, and as soon as I saw that sign I immediately thought of Lisa. Oh, how cool! They must be called Kook. Obviously they wouldn't have called it Kook Burger for any other reason, would they? I wonder, would she buy her burger and cheese from Kook Burger? Bluebird Traveller, that's nice. A lot of people who live in the South don't speak standard English, just like Lisa. Yeah, but they've probably got brains and they're not stupid like Lisa. That's the problem. I don't mind how people talk, it's her. She knows what the right thing is to say and does it on purpose. Susan, or is it Suzanne? Suzanne Ann. Anyway, who is the father of her children? I don't know her story that well. Her husband, she's married to a man called John, who we spell Jawm because he's a bit of a yawn. But yeah, John is her husband, who has been her husband for 20 odd years. If you want to instill good values in your children, then don't be so superficial in the way you are. Exactly. But she's a good Christian woman, don't you know? Bonnie, your bracelets are very pretty, thank you. What a sweet thing for hubby to give you. He's a good one. An arm party, I know, he gave me my own arm party. Poor Pom-Pom, such a sad face, all she wants is some attention, I know. I like to think of her, I know people don't talk about religion and whatever, but I like to think of Pom-Pom and Bella sat at the feet of Jesus now, having a wonderful life without her screaming at them. Moon Fairy, Kerry Bradshaw, Sex and the City. Never watched it, but isn't that show over 25 years old? Exactly. And even you got the name right. She says Sex in the City. It's not. It's Sex and the City. I never watched it either, Moon Fairy. Make up to the pool. What else can she copy from other people? No integrity. No ingenuity, sorry. No brains. Jules, I love your comments. Thank you very much. Bonnie, does she ever chew her food? No, I don't think she does. I think she just moves it around with her tongue and swallows. Ah, yes, this is exactly what she wanted. A hater, so she'll have something to talk about. Yep, you got her. What the heck is she talking about that the band doesn't work? Of course it does if you follow the protocol. Exactly. That's what they do over here. More people have a gastric band. But of course it's wrong, because that's not what she got. Only what she got works. Oh, yuck, circus peanuts. They're so nasty. Have you tried them? No, I never even heard of them until she had them. It's right up there with candy corn. Oh, I'll give it a miss then, thanks. Candy corn nearly turned my head inside out. It was like, what is that? I like, you know them videos that go up every so often on shorts? They have an English actor with an American actor and they swap snacks and whatever. I love watching them. It's so funny. Both sides, because Americans are like, what is that? What are you eating? And we're the same. It's so funny, isn't it? Wanda, she did have her own lipstick line and liner with someone named Christian somebody a couple of years ago. Yeah, it was Christian Audette. What I was saying was she should have opened her own company. The amount of money she wastes on handbags, she could have had her own Lisa D1 line of lip liners. And they would have sold. Because people take her advice on lip liners, and that's one thing that she actually knows a hell of a lot about. It's like, don't they always say, do what you're good at, write what you know, all those type of things? Why she didn't go with the makeup line of her own, I don't know. Beguile me. Jules, I hope your headache has gone. Near enough. It's just there now, but I can cope with it. Thank you very much. Moon Fairy, just look at that hair. Frizz, 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 attached to an empty head. Bonnie, wow, she's like a child eating that candy. Next she'll be stomping her feet. She usually does stomp her feet, doesn't she? Or slams her hands or something. She is a child. Diane, no one hears it except inside Glenda's head. She never maintains her car. She wants subs to send her cash. Car is the winning ticket for Glenda now. Her diseases are on the back shelf this week. Car is now the cry for cash. Yeah, and then when that just stops getting her money, she'll go back to illnesses, or it'll be something else, won't it? I wonder if Lardy watched Glenda and got tips. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? But her brown eyeshadow is all around her eyes. Glenda just loves herself and is upset when she doesn't get her own way. Car is old and not maintained. Bit like Glenda then. All jazzed up, sad we have to see her. She is babbling to drag out her content. Tammy is Glenda. Is she? So she sends her stuff herself. Glenda reminds everyone of upcoming occasions, so they'll send her gifts. Glenda bought those and said Tammy sent them. Notice how much her drawl is accented today. So phony. It is phony. That's the thing, like I've said before. I love the southern accent. I just hate it on liars and narcs when they do it to try and win people over with it. That's why I make fun of the accent. It's not the accent itself. It's them people using it. The face of a con woman, I know. I bet her picture's behind a lot of counters in shops. Keep an eye out for this woman. You will never see Glenda wearing any of that. It didn't look like something she'd wear, to be fair, but I don't know her that well. She uses the Starbucks gift card all at once for $15 worth of breakfast. Wow. Well, I don't know what you get for $15 in America, so is that a lot? Issa is about 8 to 10. I'm not sure what that means, Diane, sorry. Nancy, no finish explaining how you make your money. Finish explaining how you make your money. I wished I could buy her for what she actually is worth and sell her for what she thinks she's worth. We'd all be wealthy. Oh, that's a great saying. I like that, Nancy. Susan, I really do think she's embarrassed by Will. Yeah, and now she has a picture of my baby because we've been talking about him. Now she doesn't... Oh, how she doesn't choke while eating and talking at the same time, I'll never know. I've never seen anyone shovel in food like that. I know. And then when she takes a tiny weeny tablet, she has to go right to the back of her tongue or she might choke on it. Fucking idiot. She's obviously not listening to the management, lol. No, she isn't. She'll have to send somebody around. Beguile me. I think the title Jules originally gave this fits perfectly. Yeah, I couldn't put that on YouTube though, or it would have got dinged, wouldn't it? Elizabeth, always stuffing her gob. What's with the tapping? ASMR. She thinks she's an ASMR artist. She's just an annoying twat who does that. She's eaten fries and held the dog, then put her fingers into her eyes. Great. I know. I've seen her pick shit off a pom-pom's ass and then carry on eating. She's gross. Anyone know why she has a pig's tail stuck on the end of her hair? Don't tempt me. To match her face. Oh, Deb, that was mean. I'm going to go to the corner now. Need to go to confession, Deb. Claire. Had a wee giggle to myself when she was showing us that rat tail. Brought to mind that bit in Only Fools and Horses when Rodney's fell off and Cassandra almost had a heart attack thinking it was a rat. Yeah, that was funny. I tell you, it's like Friends, isn't it? Only Fools and Horses. Everybody's got their favourite and they can quote it for anything. Brilliant programme. Deb, revenge eating. That's the way to show those haters, Lardy. Keep that up and see who wins. That was it. I couldn't think of the word, but that's exactly what she was doing. Revenge eating. Sad, isn't it? Wigging out. She's the only trendsetter that's never actually had an original thought, idea or product. Why does she not wear glasses? She loves the haters because they give her the content she's otherwise lacking. I grew up thin. In what world? She was never been thin. In that one pic in the bathing suit, she was average, certainly not thin. She's sitting there eating the absolute worst possible food, talking that she's going to get thin. Nope. And I totally agree. Weighing yourself every day is stupid. Your body weight fluctuates. Exactly. It teaches you nothing. Once a month, maybe, to keep an eye on where you are. But even then, I never bother. I don't see the point in it. Panda. Lisa D1, the plagiarism queen. She's the everything queen, isn't she? Tammy. She's such a dumbass. She could ask for it with no tartar sauce. She's so damn irritating. Exactly, that's what I said. I'm buying something to eat for the first time and I know I don't like tartar sauce. I didn't see her pull her face when she ate it. She just wanted tomato sauce on it because she's got the fucking... What do they call it? When you taste food and wines and things. She hasn't got that, whatever it is that I'm groping for. Rebecca, look at her chest. It looks dirty. Her tan skin looks horrible. By the way, no Nordy's wish list for me. No shame for anyone that does. The thing is, right, with these sales is, if you always shop at Nordstrom's and you buy things regularly, you would look at the sale to see if they've got what you always buy on sale to stock up on that thing, like Tara does, that you use daily. Plus, if you've been shopping there and you've seen shoes or a coat or a top or whatever that you liked and you thought, no, I'm not paying that for it, you check in the sale to see if it's in the sale. Other than that, it's all a load of old stock that they can't get rid of, that they're pushing on people like her that are stupid enough to go running in like a headless chook buying everything. It's stupid. Panda, not a fan of Nordstrom's anniversary sale. Most items lack quality. Quick production runs for this sale only. Hard pass. Exactly. Like those glasses, they're only made for the sale. So there's a lot of thought gone into them then, isn't there? Barbara Moore. Now I see why she's so spoiled now. Her husband calls Nordstrom to have all her items ready for her. Did she not appreciate all this effort? He's enabling her. I just told John that Jed that this morning, and he went, "Ooh, not an enabler, is he?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like you can talk." So she did not appreciate all his effort. No, she didn't. He's enabling her. She's spoilt rotten to the core. You know she expects special treatment. Will she ever have to live like the rest of us? She makes me sick, and will only watch her from your channel. Thank you. Who cares what shoes her mother likes? No prices listed. It's hard to believe someone lives this life. Will the money ever run out? If it does dry down, how will she ever adapt? I would not want all that stuff. Also, she must be in chemical overload with the products she uses. Do you know what she'll do? I know exactly what she'll do. She'll start selling stuff to buy stuff and then swapping stuff to sell stuff to buy stuff. You only need to watch her January no-buy video to see what she'll do if she has no money. That was a comical video, it really was. Rebecca, some of the Nordstrom sale items aren't sale prices. Some of the Nordstrom sale items aren't sale prices on usually available items, but items that are limited release for Nordstrom, so they won't have a regular price to compare to. Right. Some are. I imagine many aren't a good deal, like some Sephora holiday sets. That's the thing. The sets are... They do that all the time, don't they? These stupid sets of things that you don't want. Like she's going on about the Trish McAvoy. There's nothing in that she'd use that she hasn't already got 10 million times over. Hit Nordstrom rack 2 weeks after the sale. All the returns are on the unmarked racks. Highly discounted store racks, not on the... it's a good idea. See, we don't have either of them here. But mind you, it's saying it sends to the UK, but it wouldn't be worth anyone in the UK doing it with the... By the time you add on postage and customs and all that malarkey. But it's a good idea for those of you over there. Yeah, sod the sale. Wait for Nordstrom rack to have it all. And the thing is, Lisa probably knows that already, but yet she'll still go and spend a load of money at Nordstrom's because she earns it so easily. She can just throw it away. She doesn't care. If she was down a mine, having to work hard for her money, she'd think twice about what she spent it on. But she doesn't care because people are shitting money at the moment and throwing it at her, so she's just having a whale of a time. But like you said, the fun and games will come when the money dries up. Penny, my wish list is completed and ready to go. Their service is fantastic. What are you getting, Penny? Tell me. I want to know. I'll have to take a look. You too, Nancy. If you find anything good, let us know. I love watching what other people buy. Bo, their return policy is great, but other than that, most items are overpriced. I would rather buy from Nordstrom Rack if you have time to look through the racks and mounds of shoes. Cindy agrees. And then Cece's being sick. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but... Bo, thank you for doing this video, Jules, but I could give a rat's ass on what Lisa will be buying at the sale, or her recommendations. The Nordstrom sale is overhyped, plus many items you'll find them further discounted after the sale at their discount Nordstrom Rack. And everybody knows that, and yet she'll buy them full price in the sale. Leah, Lisa's vocal fry is getting worse. That greasy suntan is really over the top, isn't it though? She's going to end up sick one day and she won't know. I don't know why. Bonnie, first, before I even listen to the rest of it. Oops, I nearly gave you a thumbs down then. Maria says, I feel you, Bonnie. We're all a bit like that, aren't we? Paul Beatty, what is going to happen to her followers when 80% won't show up to watch her crappy videos, and it makes me gag when she brings up Christianity to justify her greed? Exactly, most Christians aren't greedy. That's the whole point of being a Christian. Who knows what will happen? Run for your lives. I can't stand this woman. Just got news today that the 6th family member, including my husband of 26 years, in 4 years is... Oh, what? All he and his wife want is more time together, and she's moaning on about things. She needs to get a fucking clue about what's important in life. Sending you love. That's all I have, and I will pray for you all. See? Lisa's clueless. She's no idea about life. And she's going to be a coach. Cynthia, Nordies will kiss anybody's butt if they pay enough. It's a marketing ploy. The folks who get staff to pull stuff and then get first access are those who have spent at least $15,000 over the past year. There is nothing anyone needs. These are sales for those who have wants. The items in this sale are fall items that are cheaper now than they will be after the sale, but not as cheap as they will be when the winter sales begin. So go ahead and shop, Lisa. Your hole is so deep, even this activity will not fill your need for approval. What in the heck did Mama and Daddy do to you when you were growing up? I don't know, apart from kissing her hole by the sounds of things, but yeah, someone reckons something went on there, but we don't know. Encourage her narcissistic behaviour and ignore anything that disturbs her equilibrium. I think you could be right, Elizabeth. They have done her a disservice as she lives way beyond her means. One day it will all collapse around her, and no way can she cope. She won't cope. James, how much are we saving? Lisa's video is a complete waste of time because I could have taken 20 items and posted photos of them and then did the same exact shit that she does and made the same amount of YouTube dollars. What is the point of her making videos at all anymore? The more and more videos she makes, it's just like slapping everyone across the face. I know. It's like, what was the point of that? I don't know what we're saving on it. Oh, this is a great deal. How is it? We don't know. Cynthia, Lisa's boob inserts, fake boobs, are stretching her old skin so much that they stand off her chest like balls. Nothing natural about those things, and poor Brooke will have hers for years longer. Can you imagine how young she will be when they do this on her chest? Ooh, she's just posted a picture, Brooke. I don't like putting Brooke's pictures up, but I'm very tempted, I must say. Elizabeth, me too, Bonnie. What did Bonnie say? Cynthia, I have no problem with buying something that you want, etc. But this sale just shows how stupid women can be, making a list because a total idiot tells you to buy. None of these videos on the Nordstrom sale are to help women. They're to make money off women buying something they probably wouldn't even wear or use. Exactly. Check their closets in a year and then check the interest they're paying on balances on their credit cards. Caveat emptor. Yo, you need this, you need this, you need this, and then they don't need it. Like I said, buy stuff that you usually buy if it's a good price. But they keep sale, 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 and they have you convinced that you're saving money and you're not. Elizabeth, Jules, don't encourage a wish list. There's nothing left for her to buy. John is losing the plot. What is she so busy with? Exactly, what is she so busy with? Julie, I don't know why anybody would ask her about the Nordstrom sale, or any sale for that matter. Lisa doesn't give price, nor does she care about the price. She only talks about what she likes. If she was smart, she'd tell people that it's a good time to buy cookware sets and household items, along with the clothing and makeup. I wouldn't buy makeup from Nordstrom because I'd much rather wait for the Sephora and Ulta sales for that. They do good sales, don't they? Our Sephora doesn't, that we've now recently got. It's pointless. Cindy, prices aren't released until the sale starts. You can only add to your wish list for now. Well, that's stupid. And when I looked, I could see prices, Cindy. How come I can see them? Why would I put anything on a wish list if I don't know how much it's been reduced by? That just shows the stupidity of the people that do that. Wow. Amanda, I said John is now managing things. It's not unusual for a guy to retire and start taking over other areas. The recommendations were awful. Other than the brushes, as an artist, I can't resist a brush. I always get drawn in by a brush. It's like every time Tara shows her new Sonia G brushes, I'm always drooling over them. The hourglass one is lovely, but I agree on double-ended. Yeah, they're a pain in the hole, aren't they? Sexy and desirable. Elizabeth, modesty is a big thing here, and I'm no prude, but have respect for the culture. Would not walk around in a strapless dress with my bust popping out. Unbelievable. I know. And she does that in front of her son, and she doesn't think that he'll feel awkward. Penny, I'm back. Is she going to leave anything in the store? She's an open pit of need, isn't she? Hannah, hey Jules. Hi Hannah. Bo, more proof of her lies. In the last video you posted, she said she's not sporty, but here she is saying she likes the whole concept of something sporty. For fuck's sake, make up your mind, Lisa. She likes how the dress makes her look, basically, Bo. She doesn't want to do the exercise, though. Panda, accountability. It's about the con. Little town, little person. Cece, gross. John is far from extra sexy and desirable. I think he looks creepy. He kooks me out. Cat Mama, this woman is so delusional. She likes to act and dress like she's 25 years old. She cannot accept aging at all. Someday she'll be in a nursing home with her boobs hanging out the side of a hospital gown. Moon Fairy, John the secretary, emailing the store manager. The things that I think, the things I use frequently. She can't think. No neurons inside that empty head. She believes no one has ever been to a Nordstrom store. I haven't. Lauren, wow, she really is useless. She is useless, totally. Sunburn. Why on God's earth would we take advice from this woman who literally wakes up every day and wastes money? I have no idea what has happened to her in the last couple of years, but she's gone off the deep end. Maybe it's the lack of nutrition on the carnivore diet. You'd think she was saving the world by shopping every week and trying on clothes and makeup. This woman literally just took her first trip with her husband of 25 years a couple of weeks ago. She absolutely shouldn't be giving advice to anybody. I totally agree with you, Sunburn, and I love the name. Is it Sunburn or Sunbum? Oh, it's Sunbum, sorry. Is it burn or bum? I swear my eyes, they're buggered. Sunbum. Oops. Go in. Bonnie. She acts like it's a big deal that they set items aside for her. No, Lisa, it's not. It's called I Want a Personal Shopper. If you know a salesperson there, you can contact the concierge and they will find one for you. I do like Nordstrom's, but sometimes you need to watch prices. People get in the moment and just buy everything. Like your subby Penny said, she has her wish list ready. Honestly, it's the only way to shop the sale. Exactly. Know what you want, get what you want, and don't be sidetracked by anything else. Panda. Walmart provides that service. I didn't know that. Interesting, thank you. It's called Order Online and Pick Up. For the love of God, grocery stores do it. I get it even better. I don't have to have someone put it aside for me. They bring it to my front door, so it's quite sad, isn't it? John fucking emailing the manager. What the hell? Bonnie, one more thing. Nordstrom has different tiers of shoppers, I think. 3. A lot of times everything is sold out if you're not in one of the tiers. Yeah, I heard her going on about that a few years ago and I didn't know what she was whittering on about, but yeah, it is. Oh, those who are stupid enough to spend every penny there can come in and ransack the sale first. Kelly, a narc addicted to shopping for anything and everything for a 5-minute high. How sad is that? Exactly. Susan, they have been married over 20 years, but Lisa doesn't know if her husband's ever been to New York. I know, I was talking about that with Jed. It's like, what the fuck? He started a story yesterday and I finished it. And he's like, oh, right. We do that. We finish each other's sentences. We know each other that well. We got together and were married within 9 weeks. He asked me after 17 days. I know more about him than he knows about him. And she doesn't know if her husband's been to New York before. That's sad. I wouldn't have the nerve to say that out loud if that was the case. When they have those deep and meaningful talks, what exactly do they talk about? She knows nothing about John. Exactly. It's sad. Not knowing equals doesn't care, doesn't it, Deb? Frank Slayer's laughing. Sarah, I can't afford any of this crap. It's crap anyway, Sarah. Don't worry your little head over it. You don't need it. And I bet what you have that you cherish and wear and whatever's 10 times nicer than that anyway. Panda, you're not missing anything, no worries. A bunch of PR for the lagging sales. Lauren, I don't think she cares about his life, only his bank account. That's so true. It'll be quite sad if anything happens to him. Well, when he was in bed and needed help, she still went shopping and just left him there. Shows what she really thinks of her husband. Wigging out. Can someone timestamp where we're seeing her son? I'm just curious since I've been reading all the comments and she barely mentions him. There's one at the beginning of this. There you go. I've given you a nice close-up of him. Cherish. My hubby has looked over my shoulder and seen Lisa and said, oh my God, look at her. That's very scary. Terrible skin. Mutton dressed up as lamb. So not sexy after all. It's like Lardy. I don't believe anybody else's husband ever looked at me and said I was ugly. Nobody would say that. Charlene, my guy and 25-year-old daughter said the same thing one time when I had her on. Lol. She had a lot of work done, huh? Bay. My husband thought she looked like a cross-dresser or trans. He actually mentioned this transsexual Nikki on the show 90 Day Fiance could be Lisa's look-alike. So every time he sees Nikki on the show, he says, look, there's Lisa. Panda. My husband said, what the hell happened to her face? Those lips, oh my God, like a blow-up doll gag gift. Sorry. Maria's laughing at you, babe. Okay, I'll stop now. Oh no, can't. Best comment. Every time I paused her, she looked like a blow-up doll, because if Jed was asking me something or whatever and I'd pause the telly and he's like, ugh. I was like, yeah, that's her all the time. Carolina, I never shop Nordstrom's sale. Those items still overpriced and ridiculous. I prefer to buy things that I need at the moment, even for regular price. You won't end up having too many items you don't need. I wonder what void she's trying to fill with her shopaholicism. We all do, Carolina. Suzanne. Her eating and smacking is disgusting. Oh, and it only gets worse. Buckle in. Rosalia. Hi, Jules. So glad you're feeling better. Thank you, honey. She did not mention one thing to buy for her son. No. Will. What the hell? She's a miserable person and a neglectful mother. I'm so sick of this wicked woman. I feel sorry for poor Will. She's such a bitch. Exactly. She didn't mention anything for Will and one t-shirt for John. Woohoo. Carol. The way she emphasises I in this video, she's so important. Once you've heard her say I and me, you can't hear her say anything else. That's narcs all over. Trisha. Watching her give her recommendations is painful. She doesn't list prices, which only makes the viewer have to click on her link in order to see the description, which is just a ploy to use her link to shop. Of course, that would make more work to list the before and after prices on the screen. I cannot believe that John had to write an email to the manager to have the items ready for her when she said she enjoys shopping and did not want to do it that way anyway. Of all people, he should know how much she likes to shop. But I'm really surprised that he does anything for her after she put one lousy item in on her wish list for him. Reminds me of the vacation quote, but worded differently. My wife spent thousands on the Nordstrom anniversary sale and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. Ain't that true? Thing is, though, if you think about it, if John got the manager to get someone to get all her wish lists together for her, then that gives her more time to wander around the shop and see other shite, that she wants to buy. So that's a bad thing that he did there, because she'll probably spend twice as much money now. Carol. Flying to New York in the morning and flying back out at night, same day. One of the dumbest things she's come up with. I doubt it'll happen, but if it would, the majority of the day would be spent driving to airports, waiting for flights, possible delays, etc. Oh, I see. Maybe on purpose so they can spend only an hour at the event. Why not spend at least 2 days there? And she doesn't know if John has ever been to New York, just like she didn't know if he'd ever been to a concert. Wow. Panda. Not well-travelled people, simpletons, go to the city. No one goes to New York on purpose. No one goes to New York City on purpose. Is that the airport or the place? I'm assuming you mean the airport. Deb. She actually admitted that it took her over 3 hours to prepare for this simple read-aloud 30-minute video. No math required. By the way, she's not very clever, is she? No. Not really. Shay Extreme. It takes time to plan a video. Do you do it? I do. So I know it takes time to plan it out properly. Try it. It takes me an hour or more to edit a 15-minute video. Well, I'm sorry, it wouldn't have taken me 3 hours to put that video together, but that's just me. Maybe it does take you that time, Shay. Catcher! Those unique items are not seen again because they were made by the brand for Nordstrom. So you really aren't getting a discount. It's all a made-up price that Nordstrom puts on it before and after the sale. Exactly. These recommended retail price $8,000, but you can have them for $1,000. No, fuck off. We're not that stupid. Saying this about that. Hi, Jules. I'm enjoying watching you roast this self-aggrandizing, entitled vapid bore of barely any substance at all. I want to come and have tea with you one day. I had to edit to lol at the Tales of the Unexpected. Your humour is great. I'd love to sit down and have tea with all of you. Wouldn't it be fun? It's her. She does all this stupid thing, and it's like every time I saw her it reminded me of that, so I had to get the clip in. I thought they'd ding me for copyright, but they haven't. Shh, don't tell them. Bella. Ugh. This woman, Lisa, has zero self-esteem. She pumps herself up artificially by purchasing very expensive items and trying to make herself feel better inside by all of her materialism. That feeling doesn't last very long before she needs to buy again and again and again to get the same feeling. It's a never-ending cycle, as you can see. It's really sad that the people around her don't do anything to help her. I believe it's a mental illness. Her power is shopping. Other than that, what else does she have? She's a little old woman from North Carolina that no one gives 2 cents about. Sadly, she's screaming for attention, and you can tell this by the provocative way she dresses and her feelings of self-importance due to her major shopping addiction. You've summed it all up in one comment. She is screaming for attention. Bay, the only fun thing for Lisa is shopping, otherwise she pouts. Christine, I'm straight, but I'm pretty sure if I was a male I wouldn't want to look at those fake boobs and all the rest of her multicoloured splotchy skin. So unattractive. And who believes that John has any pull with the management of Nordstrom's? It's not because he spends so much on his own wardrobe, shoes, etc. I think she doesn't bother with his appearance because the worse he looks, the better she thinks she looks. I'd much rather she did a list of the Amazon Prime Day sale, much more affordable and can be accessed by anyone the world over, but no, that would be too down market for her. It'd be too down market and it'd be too difficult because Amazon don't send you a little booklet with all the sales things in. You'd have to go look for them, and that'd mean work, and she doesn't do work. Avalon dreaming. She has no fear. She actually has no shame, using the death of her son like she does. It's sad, isn't it? I love to shop. Am I the only one who has heard her say numerous times that she hated to shop? Exactly. Followed by how her mum and Brooke like to shop and look at everything, but she doesn't. Anyone? I swear she contradicts herself non-stop. The thing is, what she likes, she doesn't like the mooching around trying to find things, shopping. She likes the sitting down with a bottle of Perrier being shopped too. You know, the woman bringing in oh, would madam like this? Oh, would you like that? Oh, do you need something else? But can we get it in a different size? That's what she wants. That's the shopping she likes. Unless she's power shopping. Have you heard her say that before? When I'm power shopping. Really? Power shopping. Nicole, Jules, you're so funny. And I'd be pissed too if someone bought me a damn hair towel. Lisa, you're dumb. Shut up. Thank you, Nicole. Exactly, of all the presents you could buy someone a fucking hair towel. Fuck off. I could buy my own damn hair towel. Don't need you doing it for me. Moon Fairy, reminding you about Lisa having a daughter. Her name is Brooke and she's 24. Is she? God, I didn't know she was. Did we know she was 24? John looks extra sexy and desirable in a black tee. Is he wearing it over his head? Oh dear. User UK. She truly thinks she's a celebrity, doesn't she? Yep. What a, as you say, fuckwit. She is a fuckwit. And I've been so busy. On what? Bullshit Patreon videos and her life coach bullshit. This woman has lost her mind. Totally. Also, what are Brick and Wheel going to be doing in Palm Springs? I wish I could be a fly on the wall to see the reaction of the hotel staff when they see these hillbillies walking, completely out of their element. She's a fish out of water in an elite area like Palm Springs. Lazy little bitch doesn't even do thorough research on items she's touting. How are so many subs fooled by her? I don't get it. I really don't. The IQ of people now must be in their boots if they're actually listening to her and what she's saying. And no, wake the fuck up, people. Well, I know what Brooke's doing already. If you want to go, it's Brooke's Looks. If you want to go and look at her Instagram. Cindy, did you create a channel just to be a mean old woman towards Lisa? No. Don't you have anything better to talk about, like your own content? I don't get the point of this. Well, don't watch then, Cindy. It's simple. This channel was started to rebuke all the lies Lardy told. I took it over and I was doing the same thing, and then people said they wanted to see my reactions to Lisa. That's why I do it. By the way, pieces aren't released before the sale starts. Lisa doesn't know what the sale prices are. Well, then that's just fucking stupid. How do you know if you want to buy it or not if you don't know how much you're saving? So she's flying all the way over there to a Nordstrom to buy things that she doesn't even know is going to be a good thing to buy. Do you realise how stupid that sounds? I knew you'd agree, Shay. User UK, what a bimbo. Her hands, fingernails kook me out. Not giving any prices or showing discounts. I can only watch her videos through your critique, Jules. Thank you. Thank you for doing these. It's really hard to get through and will not watch her on her own channel. One of her old videos from 7 years ago came up on my feed today, and she was so much more attractive before all her plastic surgeries, wasn't she? And she was so much more down to earth. Everything is so superficial now. She's so full of herself. John called the Nordstrom manager. Really, anyone can set up an appointment with a stylist who'll pull anything you're interested in. There's nothing special or famous about you, dumb one. And every video has to be sure to display her fake tits. Disgusting. Exactly, totally agree. Tess, Jules, where are your teeth? Spend time and money on yourself. Don't you know, in the UK, we can't wear them all the time. We can only put them in for special occasions, and so I don't bother when I'm doing videos. Tess, we can smell your nasty self through the screen. Such a hater. Yeah, whatever. Maria, blah, 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 blah. Show of hands. If this is how you feel listening to this sad, sad, sad shell of a lost soul. I had surgery 8 days ago and was bored, so I decided to listen, not watch, Lisa, and after 2 seconds I was like, please, please take me back to the operating room and knock my ass out again. Or give me some drugs. I kind of feel embarrassed for the female race and what this world has become with all these want-to-be fans, movie models, and the damage it will cause on our young women and girls. Oh yeah, definitely, John, most have been caught with his hands stroking someone else's kitty cat. Oh, John, stroke my kitty. I'm gorgeous and better than the other kitty. Lol, wink, wink. I'm just saying, love you, Jules, you're the best. Thank you, and I hope you're healing well. Maxine. Lisa and her husband are probably drowning in debt, or she probably buys things she can return the next day, or she has friends in retail that give her the access to use it on social media. No, I know what she's like. I know her. I know how narcs work. And if she wants it, she wants it. And she'll buy it and she'll keep it. And she doesn't she doesn't care if she buys it at sale price or full price. That doesn't bother her. And then if she got something and she didn't like it and she sees someone else got it and they like it, then she has to get it again to see if she likes it this time. It's insane. CC, I'm so sorry, Jules. I'm just now seeing this post. You deserve that, sweet cat. Thank you. My 2 cats are from a rescue group. During the process, they came to my home and I don't have much of a yard. I explained the cats would be indoors and I work remote from home. Fortunately, I was approved. My cats are everything to me. I truly hope a cat is in your future. So do I. Oh, is that the end? Is anyone on the naughty step? Nope. Anybody else said anything? Nope. So we've got to the end. If you got to the end with me, thank you very much. And I will see you in the next one.